Hello traders, Rich here and here's a quick but detailed update on NZDUSD. As usual, if you like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. As we clearly see, NZDUSD has been stuck inside this range between our support and resistance and is currently approaching or sitting around the lower bound our support zone. That's why we'll be speculating a bullish movement and we'll be looking for buy setups. And yes, I insist on the word looking because no matter how strong a support area is, it can still be broken down for it to become a resistance and so on. That's why we don't buy blindly, we zoom into lower time frames and can clearly see it here. That's our last minor high lining up with the previous low. So for the bulls to take over, I would like to see a break above it. In this case, we'll be expecting a bullish movement. If you zoom into H1 time frame, after this bearish trend, we are currently stuck inside a consolidation. So this is basically it. So bullish, bearish, and we are currently speculating this bullish movement. As per my trading plan, I'll be waiting for the inverse head and shoulders to be complete for the right shoulder to form. Anyway, let me show to you in a visual manner so you can see it better. Head and the right shoulder might form here, of course, like it might form like this, but you've got the idea, right? When the buy is activated, I would like to see a momentum candle, a big momentum candle close above the neckline from H1 or even H4 for extra confirmation. The stop loss would be below the previous swing low, which would be the right shoulder. Of course, it might be here or it might be here. In this case, we'll adjust. But for now, for this example, let's keep it this way. And we target a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio to have an edge over the market from a risk management perspective. Of course, meanwhile, and until this happens and the buy is activated, and the DSD would be inside this range, like forming maybe a channel and breaking it upward and so on, or even break the standard, the support from daily. In this case, we'll be expecting further movement lower. Before we continue, I want to tell you about Tickmill. Tickmill is established in 2014 and is one of the leading Forex and CFD brokers with registered users from more than 200 different countries. Tickmill is a no-dealing desk and ECN broker regulated in many countries like the UK, Cyprus, and recently in South Africa. With Tickmill, you can trade a wide range of instruments, starting from Forex to indices, commodities, and even crypto. Most importantly, with very low spreads and trading fees. If you don't have an account yet, make sure to create one using my referral link in the description below to benefit from 5% discounts on your trading fees. And let's continue. As we clearly see, CADCHF has been overall bullish for a while, making higher lows and higher highs, trading inside this rising brown channel. However, we are currently approaching a strong resistance zone as we had multiple rejections from it and it's currently retesting it from the downside. That's why acting as a resistance and will be looking for sell setups on lower time frames. Of course, unless it's broken upward, then our resistance will become support again and we'll be looking for trend following buy setups. Let's take it step by step, right? Approaching a resistance, so let's zoom into lower time frames and look for sell setups. If you zoom into H1, as we already saw, we rejected the lower band, the 0.73, which is the support area from weekly time frame, and we traded higher. We are currently bullish. Price is making higher lows and higher highs, but since we're approaching the resistance, we'll be looking or speculating a bearish reversal. We are currently trading inside this rising broadening wedge. So for the sellers to take over, we need to see a break below it. So in my trading plan, I'll be waiting for a new swing low to form around the lower trend line to consider it my trigger swing. In this case, I'll be selling on a break downward. And of course, when the sell is activated, the stop loss would be above the previous swing high. And we target a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio to have an edge over the market from a risk management perspective. Of course, from a short-term perspective, it depends on you if you are a day trader or scalper or anything. Meanwhile, you can also look for sell setups here from a short-term perspective, but this is actually a swing trade. And of course, until this happens, CADCHF can still stop inside this range before breaking this rising bonding wedge or even break it upward as mentioned for weekly for it to become support. In this case, we'll be looking for trend following bar setups. That's it for CADCHF. Best of luck and I'll see you on the next one.